Hello everyone, I'm Big Joy on Earth. Let's continue, have a look. Sorry, again. Hello everyone, I'm Big Joy on the Earth and let's continue the art of worldly wisdom. 164. Throw straws in the air. Throw straws in the air to find how things will be received, especially those whose reception or success is doubtful. One can thus be assured of its turning out well, and an opportunity is afforded for going on in earnest or withdrawing entirely. By trying man's intentions in his way, the wise man knows on what ground he stands. This is the great rule of foresight in asking, in desiring, and in ruling. 165. Wage war honorably. You may be obligated to wage war, but not to use poisoned arrows. Everyone must needs act as he is, not as others would make him to be. Gallantry in the battle of life wins all men's prize. One should fight so as to conquer, not alone by force by the way it is used. A mean victory brings no glory, but rather disgrace. Honor always has the upper hand. An honorable man never uses forbidden weapons, such as using a friendship that's ended for the purposes of hatred just begun. A confidence must never be used for beginnings. The slightest taint of treason tarnishes the good name. In men of honor, the smallest trace of meanness rebels. The noble and the ignoble should be miles apart. Be able to boast that if gallantry, generosity, and fidelity were lost in the world, man, you would be able to find them again in your own breast. 166 distinguished the man of words from the man of deeds. Discrimination here is as important as in the case of friends, persons, and employments, which have all many varieties. Bad words, even without bad deeds, are bad enough. Good words with bad deeds are worse. Are worse. One cannot die of words which are wind, nor of politeness, which is but polite deceit. To catch birds with the marrow is the ideal snare. It is the vain alone who take their wages in winding words. Words should be the pledges of work, and, like pawn tickets, have their market price. Trees that bear leaves but not fruit have unusual no peace. Know them for what they are, of no use except for shade. 167. Know how to take your own part. In great crises, there is no better companion than a blood heart. And if it becomes weak, it must be strengthened from the neighboring parts. Worries die away before a man who asserts himself. One must not surrender to misfortune, or else it would become intolerable. Many men do not help themselves in their troubles, and double their weight by not knowing how to bear them. He that knows himself knows how to strengthen his weakness, and the wise man conquers everything, even the stars in their courses. 168. Do not indulge in the eccentricities of folly, like them, presumptuous, egotistical, untrustworthy, precious, obstinate, fanciful, theatrical, whimsical, inquisitive, paradoxical, sectarian people, and all kinds of one-sided persons. They are all monstrous lights of impertinence. All deformity of mind is more obnoxious than that of the body, because it contravenes a higher beauty. Yet who can assist such a complete confusion of mind? Where self-control is wanting, there is no room for others' guidance. Instead of paying attention to other people's real decision, a real direction, men of this kind blind themselves with the unfounded assumption of their imaginary applause. 169. Be more careful not to miss once than to hate 100 times. No one looks at the blazing sun or gaze when he is eclipsed. The common talk does not reckon what goes right, but what goes wrong. Evil report carries farther than any applause. Many men, many men are not known to the world till they have left it. All the exploits of a man taken together are not enough to wipe out a single small blemish. Avoid therefore falling into error, saying that ill will notices every error and no success. 117. In all things keep something in reserve. In all things keep something in reserve. It is a sure means of keeping up your importance. A man should not employ all his capacity and power at once and on every occasion. Even in knowledge, there should be a real guard so that your resources are doubled. One must always have something to resort to when there is the fear of a defeat. The reserve is of more importance than the attacking force, for it is distinguished for valor and reputation. Prudence always sets to work with assurance of safety. In this matter, the piquant paradox holds good that the half is more than the whole. 171. Do not waste influence. The great as friends are for great occasions. One should not make use of great confidence for little things, for that is to waste a favor. The shade anchor should be reserved for the last extremity. If you use up the great for little ends, what remains afterwards? Nothing is more valuable than a protector, and nothing costs more nowadays than a favor. It can make or unmake a whole world. It can even give sense and take it away. As nature and fame are favorable to the wise, so luck is generally envious of them. It is therefore more important to keep the favor of the mighty than goods and the chattels. 172. Never content with a man who has nothing to lose, for thereby you enter into an unequal conflict. The other enters without the anxiety, having lost everything, including shame. He has no further loss to fear. He therefore resorts to all kinds of insolence. One should never expose a valuable reputation to so terrible a risk, lest what has cost years to gain may be lost in a moment. since a single slight may wipe out much sweat. A man of honor and responsibility has a reputation because he has much to lose. He balances his own and the others' reputation. He only enters into the contest with the greatest caution, and then goes to work with such circumspection that he gives time to prudence and to retire in time and bring his reputation under cover. For even by victory, he cannot gain what he has lost by exposing himself to the chances of loss. 173. Do not be glass in intercourse, still less in friendship. Some break very easily and thereby show their want of consistency. They attribute to themselves imaginary offenses and to other oppressive intentions. Their feelings are even more sensitive than the eye itself and must not be touched in jest or in earnest. Motives open them. They need not wait be for beams. Those who consort with them must treat them with the greatest delicacy, have regard to their sensitiveness, and watch their demeanor, since the slightest slight arouses their annoyance. They are mostly very egoistic slaves of their moods, for the sake of which they cast everything aside. They are the worshippers of punctilio. On the other hand, the disposition of the true lover is firm and enduring like diamond. Thank you, guys. This is part of the art of worldly wisdom. Thank you. Have a great day.